guys, and welcome to Toribash Replay Showcase episode 50 with me, Jack Morris from Man on Fire Films. Well, this week, you guys asked for a lot of special things to celebrate the 50th episode, and I am delighted to tell you that I'm doing some of them. Couldn't get anyone else from Man on Fire Films to be on this video with me because they're all busy, but we are having a lot more replays than normal. I actually don't know how many more replays than normal. I pretty much just emptied the inbox of all usable replays, so it could be loads. And also, face cam, because for some reason you guys wanted face cam on this. Now, why am I wearing a hat? It's because I'm very cold. It's very cold in here, and I didn't want to be shivering in the video, so I'm wearing kind of a thick t-shirt and a hat to make sure I don't freeze to death mid-video. Now, the setup I'm using right now to record the face cam is my iPhone on a makeshift tripod on top of my monitor. So it's not the most sturdy piece of kit in the world, but it should do the job and should be fairly high quality. So anyway, let's get into it with our first replay of the 50th episode, which I will talk more about later, of Toribash Replay Showcase, and it is Destruction of Life, or L1 with Rick Tick, or by Rick Tick, and it's a pretty cool replay to open with. I seem to remember this. It's kind of awkward because I'm trying to look at the screen and look at the camera at the same time. I do seem to recognize this opener from somewhere. I don't really believe it's one I did, but it might very well be. I've also done a lot of episodes of that show too, so it's kind of hard for me to remember what I did. Alright, it's a cool replay though. I've already said the C word. First replay, falling at the first fucking hurdle. I didn't even want to say that I was trying not to do that because I didn't want to jinx myself. Apparently that was pointless. Alright, let's actually look at what's going on in this replay, considering I've just let it play in the background. Actually, I kind of want to look at that. I'm not sure what what causes the decap there. I guess it's, nope, it's not, it's a punch to the throat. Of course, standard punch to the throat that gets, Jeff's head off there. Let's take one more look at that, and then we'll move along. As I said, we got a lot of replays today, so we kind of have to rush, not rush so much as get through them, or I might be here all day, which I'm sure some of you would like, but unfortunately, I have a life to attend to, and this video has to go live today. Okay, yeah, that should do. That's enough of that replay. Our second replay for today is Fatty. The tripod is covering the name of the replay. That's really well thought out there, Jack A. Star. Fatty the Wolf Inside Me by... That's a very suggestive name, by Fatman680. And this is a 360 Gold People replay, which, I mean, Toribash Replay Showcase, episode 50, would not be complete without a couple of my favorite mod replays thrown in. And this is a 360 Gold People mod to open up. This is actually a really stylish looking 360 Gold People replay. We're just going to say 360. I think you guys know what I'm talking about there. Yeah, this is actually one of the most stylish ones. Let's take another look at it. Now, there's a lot of frames, so I really don't think we'll be watching this one in slow motion. Again, we do have to eventually get through every replay today. But I do think it's a very nice manipulation of the mod that gets Jeff into a bazillion pieces without actually losing any body parts of himself. As you can see, I touch my face a lot when I'm recording. This would be something you guys don't see very often. In the live streams, I tend to be a bit more aware of it and a bit more desperate to try and stop it. But it's really weird doing this while you guys been able to see my face. Alright, let's move along to replay 3, which is FireSun, who's a new submitter for episode 50, Lensis Lauren by FireSun. And this is a really, really nice replay. I really do like this. It's there's actually a really nice touch there, and I'm not sure if it was intentional. It probably is. Where it looks like FireSun kind of tries to snap Jeff's neck just a little bit. As you can see, coming up here, just grabs... No, it's already happened. I'm blind. Let's probably watch this one in slow motion. There it is. Kind of... And it... looks like he tries to break his neck, which again, I'm not sure if it's intentional, but if it is, it looks very cool, and the effect does come across. As I said, this is really weird you guys been able to see my face. This black thing, which I imagine is in the video, is the microphone for those of you wondering, and those of you who haven't seen the live streams. Let's take a look at this in slow motion and see what's going on here. So it's a... I'm not really sure what his leg's intended to do there, but it's a kick to the crotch, which one you just noticed, and then, yeah, that's totally intentional. That neck snap is totally intentional, and looks very, very cool. And punch to the back, and kick to the head, which gets the decap. As you guys can see, it's not a very complex replay, but very cool. Hypez versus by Hypez. This is a frequent submitted to the show, and ooh, wow, frame rate drop there. Sort of a downward bitch slap, which is something we see a little bit of, but not a lot of. We'll slow this one. No, we won't, because there's 2,000 fucking frames. That's odd. I think this replay frame rate drops at the exact same point each time. I guess it doesn't. I guess my computer's just kind of lagging out there. Now, I'm going to say this, because this is going to be a longer episode than normal. There's a high chance we may get a power cut mid-video here, because Those of you who are living in the UK right now might be well aware that it is fucking rainy as shit. And down in Wales, it's very lightning-y, which is causing some power outages. So I do apologize if this video is a little bit more cut up than normal because we've been experiencing some mild power cuts. But I'll try, who knows how short it'll be. I might try to vamp, seeing as I'm on camera. I mean, that's not going to cut unless my iPhone runs out of battery. I didn't actually think of that. Moving along, this is Lowly, the tripod's in the way. I'll try and take a picture of it to put on the screen. Lowly Enigmatic RVs by Miss Lodo. That's not MS Lodo as I kept reading it. That's Miss Lodo, who's a frequent commenter is the word I'm looking for there. Could not think of that word. Frequent commenter to the channel, and I believe she's been on the show once or twice before, but I could be wrong. I might just be recognizing the name. Either way, it's a nice replay, sort of a backwards kick, kind of around, which I've mentioned before, something that I'm quite fond of doing in my own replays. Let's take a closer look at what happens to Jeff here, or maybe and then that was the bit I really liked, was the sort of like side of the heel kick that causes a decap. Looks very awesome. Let's move along, or we're gonna be here all day. This is Nilku, Release the Fear by Nilku, which is actually a really nice skin. I don't know why I said witches, that didn't really work with that sentence, but it's actually a really nice, I said it again. Nilku actually has a really nice skin, which is I'm not even gonna finish it. Fuck it. You guys know what I was trying to say. You can have that sentence. You can make up what I was gonna say. You can invent your own sentence. It's like choose your own adventure, but shit. All right, let's take a look at what's actually happening in this replay. Oh man. All right, so you got the punch to Jeff's grab to Jeff's chesticle area. Grab on Jeff's. Oh, it's a rip. It's a rip. It's a rip. Yes, we got a rip in episode 50. I'm happy about that. All right, and then a kick to his crotch. Come on, he's been bifurcated. Give the guy a break. Good God, some people, so rude. Alright, let's move along. This is Shocky. I'm leaning around the tripod to try and see what it is. Shocky, Shocking Kicks by Shocky. I can't believe I couldn't work out what that name was. 911 by Shocky 911. And this is a quick but deadly fucking replay. And I think it does have a skeet. Yeah. A sort of nippy skeet there, which is kind of awesome. I'm trying to be aware of keeping my head in shot because I keep kind of slouching over, which is putting me out of shot. It's really difficult. Just spat everywhere. Bifurcate followed up by a decap, and I think he gets a really nice grab on Jeff's hand there and kicks his arm off. A very stylish replay. Hang on, I gotta see this. What's his face? That's a great texture. That's a really unique skin there. I've just noticed my eyes look really red with this lighting. It looks like I've been crying. I haven't. Emotionally stable here, guys. It's just the lighting. As you can see, if I lean up, my eyes look normal. It's just the really bad lighting. I'm not using any studio lighting here. I'm just using my room lighting to light myself. Because trying to get a studio lighting, one of our studio lights, and the tripod in shot. What am I trying to say? What sentence am I trying to say here? Trying to get the lights and the tripod on my desk without blocking up my monitor was really difficult, so we had to just kind of put up with shitty lighting. Alright, let's actually watch this damn replay. Not damn replay, this damn awesome replay. And you get a really nice decap there, which kind of to his upper temple, which is kind of painful there. And a really nice grab that I said before, rips his arm off. A lot of care went into this replay, and it really does show. Moving along, or maybe backwards, because I think I hit the wrong button. Yes, I did. Okay, this is one of the more unique replays we've had. This is Sparta Realistic Flip Thar by Sparta. Also, Spiffy99 is in this replay too. This is on Laser Survival, I think that was the name of the mod. And it's a default mod now. Apparently it wasn't recently. Really like to spotlight this mod because it's awesome. The lasers you can see in front here, they dismember on touch, so you have to dodge the lasers to survive. And this is actually viewed with keyframes, because for once, somebody sent a replay in that has keyframes, and the keyframes actually work really well with the replay. So let's take a look at it. This is actually awesome. I really like this replay. It's quick, very quick, but with some really awesome dodges of the replays, which I'm sure are going to look really cool in slow-mo here. So he ducks the first, no, I nearly said first replay. Ducks the first laser, so it does this wicked matrix spin through all the other lasers. I've cancelled the keyframes there just to show that the other player does not do so well. Or maybe he doesn't actually, he doesn't do that on purpose. This looks great. I do like that the other player getting demolished it really does add to Sparta's stylishness that Spiffy99 here just gets demolished. Very nice replay. Alright, moving along. This is Headcanon by J-Light. Like I said, I wanted to do a lot of, not a lot, but I wanted to do a few mods that I'd done previously. And this is the Headcanon mod by J-Light 201. And crotch! Just Jeff gets crotchified at high speeds. Bang! It's like a terminal blowjob. That was pretty clever. Boom! And we take a look at this in slow motion, because I seem to remember the headcanon mod working very well in slow-mo. In fact, if memory serves me well, headcanon was the first mod I spotlighted after slow-mo was introduced. I seem to remember being very impressed. Or maybe it was no, it was a different cannon mod. It was the cannon mod with the cannon on the floor, I remember now. Alright, let's see this blowjob in slow motion. And, oh, fucking face hit it as well. That was perfectly aligned. We gotta see this. Let's check this out. Alright, so he does the backflip. Man, you guys get to see my face light up at the prospect of a terminal blowjob. Goddamn. And face! Oh, that's perfect. That is perfect. Wow, that is some showmanship on the blowjob. Alright, moving along before I make any more stupid blowjob jokes. This is Class M 2/4 track loop by Laughn, or Laughn probably. This is a spectacular replay. A really, really spectacular replay. Fantastic double skeet there. Just outstandingly good replay. I am in love with this replay. Take a look at it in slow motion. I recognize this guy's skin, not so much his name, but I know he's been on the show before, and I seem to remember being very impressed with his replay before as well. It's just awesome. I do believe the first skeet is actually what decaps Jeff here. We'll take a look. It is and all. That is spectacular. That is really, really, really cool. And then we have the second skeet. Boom! Alright, one more time at normal speed. We'll even take a look at this one from Jeff Cam, because we haven't done a lot of that this episode yet. Ah, man, this is a really stylish replay. Alright, let's take a look at this from Jeff Cam. So you can see the kick, which looks pretty cool. I said the C word, sue me. Oh, the skeet looks awesome! Did you get it? Ah, that's awesome. Both the skeets look really cool from this angle. One more time, and then we shall move along. Alright, bang and bang! That looks great. Alright, let's move along. This is Durge Effect by... He taught me how to say his name, and I'm gonna get it correct. Suon. Suon. This is Durge Effect by Suon. He put it in his email how to say his name, and yeah. That's how you say it. I really have nothing else to add to that. That's just how you say it. This is a great replay. It's quick, one decap, but an awesome decap nonetheless. Ooh, a bit of a frame rate drop there. I've been recording for a little while now. This is easily going to be a longest episode. A great sort of switch hand decap there and kind of punches Jeff's head away. It's really nice, but there's not a lot I can add to this. It's just a nice little replay. Moving along, this is another replay by I got it right. Suon. Another replay by Suon. I wasn't going to stick to my one replay by one person rule because there's a lot more replays than normal. A couple of people have more than one replay in the show, but not everyone. Not everyone. This is Discombobulated anyway by Suon, and this is a similar setup replay to his previous one. I like this one a lot, mainly because of that, the decap there. The decap that's coming up, that just looked really awesome. I like the way Jeff's body kind of slotted out. It looked pretty spectacular. This is an advantage to being on camera. You can actually see the stupid hand gestures that I do while I'm recording the show. These hand things, like moving the head like I just did, I do that when I'm not on camera recording this show. And finally, you guys get to see it. But yes, a very cool replay. Moving along. This is... Iita, Sunshine and Lollipops by Iita. Oh, Iita. I'm probably saying that wrong. This is actually a interesting replay because it's kind of hard to see what's going on here. We're going to have to brave the 1,000 frames that are left to slow this one down and see what is going on because I'm a little bit confused. And we'll, sorry about the wait. That's okay, Iita. You know what? That's okay. Jack approves. Alright, dum-de-dum. How's your day been, viewers? Yours been going okay? Mine's been cold and rainy and thundery and power cutty. Alright, let's take a look at this one in slow motion. So, we got the similar run setup, and then he gives him... Oh, no, that is this? No, it's the previous replay where he gives him a little bit of a kiss. Sort of backward legs decaps Jeff there, which, again, I'm really fond of. I do a lot of that in my own replay work. Make it sound so fucking professional, why don't I? And I think it's a nice little nip. Oh, no, it's the other leg. Something does something to Jeff's crotch. I seem to recall that. Why? Why do people insist on doing stuff with Jeff's crotch? It's just cringy. Ah, there's the crotch. Yeah, no. I'm sure there's a... wait, something to do... Ah, his head's in his ass. I'm sure there's something to do with the crotch in this replay. I'm sure of it. I wasn't imagining that, was I? I guess I was. Okay, I thought there was something to do with the crotch in this replay, but I must have been mistaken. It's okay, but it's a cool replay. So, yes, very cool replay. I'm not even going to lean. My something kick with some customized... I can't... Rap kick. My rap kick with some customizations by Milk Bottle. Oh shit, that's Toribash Tip's move. And he's saying it's his, so maybe he's the one who submitted that move. I can't remember. It's been a long time. So he's customized either his own move or Toribash Tip's move. I definitely remember that move, because that was a really nice one. Probably have to go to the video to figure out whether that's the case. Really have no idea how many replays are left. This is, like I said, I put in basically, I'll explain at the end, but I put in every usable replay that was in my folder. Anyway, let's move along because we are really starting to trail behind. This is Tear It Up, opener by Duckbuck by Okami. So credit to Duckbuck for the opener of this particular replay. This is Okami, who's a new but very powerful submitter on the Toribash replay scene, clearly. He's submitted some great replays as of late, and I'm always really excited when I see his name turn up in the inbox. And this is certainly no exception to that. It's a really nice replay. Let's see what's going on here. So you have the grab to Jeff's head, boot to his body, which gets a decap on him as well, I guess, by the momentum. Follow-up punch that shreds his upper body, and then I think it's just a nice little stylish flip. Once more at normal speed. That's not normal speed. Once more at normal speed, and then we'll watch it from Jeff Cam just to see what is happening from his point of view. All right, let's see this. So we have I guess the grab and the kick. Wow, that looked really cool. I really liked how that looked. This is probably going to look pretty cool in slow motion, though, just the way it kind of... Yeah, that's great. Okay, so speed up for a sec. Let's see if I can get the right angle on this. And slow it way down, like 0.1. That's how slow we're going for this replay, because I like the way it just sort of goes over Okami as the decap happens. That just looks really, really awesome. Anyway, let's move along. This is... Pure Big Boys replays, Demonkind by PeShadow. And this is an interesting replay because he starts off facing the other way, which, spoiler alert, could be very much related to the next Toribash replay challenge I have planned. End spoiler alert. I was not watching the thing is, you guys can actually tell when I'm not watching the replay now because I'm looking directly at you instead of the computer screen, which is there. So you guys can really see how little I actually pay attention to the replay the first time I play it, which is kind of embarrassing, actually. After 50 episodes, you think I'd be pretty good at it by now, but I'm just not. I'm just terrible. All right, and I still haven't watched it. All right, I'm watching it this time. Oh, wow. That is a nice bifurcate. Wow, that is really, that was a really nice bifurcate. And a nice little brutch on the crotch again. God damn it, stop with the crotch stuff, and great decap there. Awesome, really awesome. That's a really awesome replay. Anyway, oh, skeet. Nope, that's just throwing the hand. Okay, anyway, let's move along to... Raw, a lesson never learned, edit by Dobby. You know, I'm gonna set a little challenge. If you guys send me an image of where you think the tripod, like what part of the screen the tripod is blocking, based on what words I've struggled with and had to lean to see, I will automatically put your replay in the show whether it's shit or not. So if you guys can accurately guess what part of my screen is being covered by the tripod, I will put your replay in the show. It'll be the 11th replay of whatever is that week's show that you submitted on. That is a Man on Fire Films challenge, everybody. Okay, this is Raw, a lesson never learned, edit by Dobby. Oh yes, I fucking loved this replay. This is a great manipulation with a fantastic obliteration on Jeff there. Boom hit, I think would be the Toribash technical term. It's just fucking phenomenal, and we'll watch it in slow motion as well because I think it warrants it, and we have no idea what's going on in this, so hopefully this will shed some light on it. Alright, here we go. Okay, let's slow this one down. Around about here, I think, comes the boom hit. It's just phenomenal. A really, 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 really nice boom hit. Alright, let's move along, because we are going to be here all day otherwise. This is Stark's Tranquility by Starks. He made a point of telling me how to pronounce his name, that it's Starks, and yeah, so Starks. Man, I've been doing this for 20 minutes now. Have to clear my throat. That's a great jump into the replay there, with kind of like a backwards kick to bifurcate Jeff. Sort of spins his body like a pizza and throws it down. That's actually, a really easy replay to describe, actually. I always like those jumps, though. I always like the jumps into the replay. They always look really nice. So there's another thing that I really like in replays, guys. If you're desperate to get into the show, jump into your opener. I love it. And let's take a look at this in slow motion, because while I was rambling on, the frames ran out. Alright, so I'd say if you had to improve the replay, I'd avoid that headbutt. It doesn't look as nice as I'm sure it was intended. I want to see the pizza spin in slow motion, though. There it is. Spin and throw. Very, very nice. Let's move along to Power of the Guillotine. I think that says power. I can see hour, so I'm guessing it's Power of the Guillotine by Bug Bunny 6. And if I remember correctly, this is... oh yeah, this was a really interesting decap. Sort of like a... Can you guys tell that I'm talking out my ass when I do this? You can see the look on my face when I'm trying to work it out. Yeah, I have no idea what was going to happen in that replay, but now I remember it. It was kind of the sort of backhand downward slash that just looked really, really cool. And if we can get a good angle on that... And boom! Oh, we gotta see this from Jeff Cam. We're not gonna really see anything, but I think we might get a good, like, thing of the momentum. Just, boom! That looks great. You know, this might look pretty good from Tori Cam, actually, because we might get a nice angle on the slap. And Boom! Wow, that was tortured. I had to wait a long time there. Awesome replay. Very powerful, and you know I love the powerful replays. Power of the Guillotine. Powerful Guillotine, I would add. Moving along, this is You Mad Jack by Ender One. Yes, it's Deathball. I could not remember the name of this. It's Deathball. Of course, episode 50 of Toribash Replay Showcase would not be complete without a Deathball replay. This was actually the first mod spotlight I did where it really took off replay-wise. People loved sending in replays from this. And it's Ender One with a nice, classic, goal-scoring replay. And just, you know, it wouldn't be complete without Deathball. Still, to date, one of my favorite mod spotlights, mainly because of the replays it spawned. Throws it before the red line, gets it in the hole. Let's do something we've not really done before with this mod and watch it from the goal cam. This is goal cam. Goal line technology, guys. We've been waiting for it for years. And we'll watch it in normal speed or we're going to be here all day. And, whoop, and in. 10 points. 10 points to Ender One. Moving along, this is exclamation mark, hash, bishop, aces. I think that might be aces. I think that might be red aces. I have no idea. By bishop 2-1-4, and have to press P, Jack, not 1 to make the replay play. This is a quick bifurcate replay. There's nothing real major going on. I was just kind of fond of the way Jeff kind of flips after the bifurcate. Like I said, I really did just empty the inbox and try to get any replay that was good. And this replay is good, and I like it, so it's in the show. We probably won't spend a lot of time on this one, though. It is a very simple replay. Bang with the bifurcate. I do think he makes an attempt for a bifurcate. Bang with the bifurcate. I think he makes an attempt for a decap there. I'm sure with some tweaking, he could have lined up a secondary kick to get the decap, and I'd love to see an edited version of that replayed by Bishop on a later show. Anyway, moving along, this is Dat the Lost by Dat Skip, and this was the winner, well, not winner, but this was the guy who submitted the No Feet Challenge, and was ranked number 1 because he submitted a fucking awesome replay for that. As is this replay, fucking awesome. So let's take a actual look at it, and I'm not rambling on, not paying attention to it. Fantastic bifurcate, kick to the chest that just demolishes what is left of Jeff's upper body. Decaps him, knocks off his arms. It's just the whole shebang. It's fantastic, and I do believe, yeah, leaps and just ruins Jeff's left arm. Why not? He doesn't need it. He's dead. Alright, anyway, let's move along. This is Sa Tai by Tai the Toon. I do know how to say that word. I studied the Russians in history. And it's a bifurcate with a decap. Yes, I had no idea. I was saying that as I was going along, but it seemed to work out pretty well for me. And yeah, so we got the bifurcate and then the decap. Very nice little standard replay. We see a lot of these, and it's still nice. It's still nice to see on the show, even after 50 episodes, to see a replay like that. Kick and punch. Okay, we're good. Nice to see a nice little standard replay. Anyway, moving along, if I can correct the buttons right. This is Luke Some Parkour by LukeAd501. You've been asking for parkour replays for a long time. It seems right that we put a parkour replay in episode 50, and this is a really, really nice parkour replay. Very fluid, especially when he gets to doing these vaults. So a nice little lazy vault there, then a front flip, and then a monkey vault. Yeah, I know my parkour terms, what of it? And then he jumps, really fluid swing there. I like the way he sort of did that twirl, and then nice backflip to finish it off. This is great. We'll watch this through one more time. Obviously, it's a very long replay, so we won't dawdle on it. I really do like the incorporation of actual real parkour vaults, like the lazy vault here, and front flip. I'm going to keep saying it, because it's one of the few things I know a lot about. Monkey vault, although I guess that might be a gorilla vault, because he lets go before his legs go through his arms. I really do know what I'm talking about here, guys. Backflip. Very nice finish. All right, this is... I mean, I could be wrong, because there's a lot of replays in this show, and I usually am wrong when there's 10, but this might be our second to last replay for today. I don't know. And if I'm right on this, and I'm wrong when there's 10 replays, I really need to work some stuff out. So this is Chilean, I think, RIP, or RIP in Progress, by Chilean's very old replay collection. Apparently this was a classic replay he dug out, especially for this show, so what a great way to penultimately end this show, if I'm correct. And I really do like, I mean, I'm not entirely convinced that that's genuine, that dismemberment right at the end. That seems a little bit, sore throaty. No, that seems a little bit hacked, but I could be wrong. So, I mean, I'm not too sure. We'll try to get a good angle on it, and you guys can decide in the comments. So, we'll just watch this replay from this angle until we get to see what I'm talking about here. Yeah, I'm unsure. I'm really unsure. It does seem to have a lot of force. It could happen, or it could be hacked. Nonetheless, it's still a very nice replay up to that point. Definitely has a place on this show. Anyway, let's see if I was right. This is... Get in! Anna was right. Fuck yes. Can't get it when it's 10 replays. Can when it's I don't know how many. This is our last replay for today. I took note of what was the last replay. Names and Stuff by Sironix. who is one of the most frequent submitters of this show. Now, there were a couple of frequent submitters I'd have loved to have seen showed up, Jesse being the obvious person I'm talking about there, but unfortunately, there were no replays from him in our inbox. If you're watching this, Jesse, send some replays. We love you. We all love you, and we want to see you come back. But yes, then there are a couple of other, Sparta being another example that I would have loved to have seen showed up in this show, but unfortunately I had no replays by them to put in. Anyway, so this is our last replay for the 50th episode of Toribash Tips by Saronix, Names and Stuff. And I have 20% battery remaining. Okay, good. I need to wrap this up quickly or we're about to run out. I didn't see what happened in that replay there. It's a quick replay. I like that. Very quick, nice, stylish. It's not that complicated in what happens. You can see it's a bifurcate punch, decap punch, and a kick. Very straightforward, very nice, very, very good way to end this show. So, that's episode 50 of Toribash Replay Showcase. Now, if I've done my job, we should be sort of into the full screen. Hopefully I remembered that I did that noise, so that's going to be a little bit weird. So I'd like to talk just a little bit about the show. I'm not going to give any meaningful speeches or anything like that, but I'm going to pause the replay, otherwise it's going to distract me. But yes, it's episode 50. That means I've been doing this show for well over a year, because obviously we've taken a couple of weeks off, and there have been the occasional week that I've missed. So that means I've been doing this show for well over a year at this point. 50 episodes, that's 500 well, actually more than 500, because this episode had way more than 500. Actually, there were 1 or 2 weeks where I only had 9 replays instead of 10, because I'm an idiot. So this might actually make up for that. So 500, we'll call it 500. At least 500 replays, and goddamn, I still get surprised, still get impressed by the replays we see on this show, and that is fucking awesome. So yes, this show will obviously continue until you guys don't want me to do it anymore. I will do this show until you guys tell me to fucking stop. It's been a absolute blast doing this show, reading the comments, having the insanely positive feedback that we've gotten from the Toribash community and my fans alike. It's been spectacular, guys, and I've enjoyed every fucking minute of it. And yeah, here's to 50 more episodes. Now, I do have a list of things to talk about. Now, as I said earlier, I emptied the replay box for this video. The inbox is now completely empty. I took every usable replay and dumped it into the folder. That's why I said last week that I couldn't do 50 replays this week. It's because there weren't really 50 usable replays available for me to use. Now, there were a lot of replays. If you're watching this show and you're like, oh, I submitted a really good replay, and I know it was really good because Jack has been impressed by replays that were worse than mine, and it didn't show up in the show, that's probably because you submitted it wrong. Now, there is a video on our channel of me explaining sort of how to submit, but I admit, I'll be the first to admit, it's not great, it's not very descriptive, it's just me in front of a camera, much like this, telling you what to do, and it can be quite confusing if you're not familiar with the inner workings of emails and the inner working of, say, Hotmail or Gmail or whatever your email provider is. So later on this week, or next week at the latest, I'm going to be posting a brand new, very detailed video on how to submit to Man on Fire Films, and that should be just universal. It'll apply to all our shows, but it will be very helpful to you, the Toribash fans, to submit your replays correctly. So if you are unsure, and you're not quite sure if you've been submitting correctly, hold off on sending replays until you see that video, and then send away. If your replay hasn't been on the show yet, feel free to resend it, and I'll take a look at it, and we can make sure you're submitting correctly. Also, I would like to make one announcement here that I think you'll all be quite excited about. Seeing as it's episode 50, it seems right that this should be the place where I announce that we are doing one more brand new Toribash show. That's going to make 5 Toribash shows on our channel. It'll be coming out this Friday, and will be kind of a sister show to Toribash Mod Spotlight. So if there's not a Toribash Mod Spotlight, there will be this show, and if there is a Mod Spotlight, then there won't be this show. To make sure that you guys get some Toribash content every Monday and Friday, and usually on a Wednesday when I can do Toribash tips and or replay challenge. So yes, keep an eye out for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's something, I think you guys can take a guess at it, but it's something you guys have been asking for a very long time. It's very simple, but I had a lot of fun doing it, and I hope you guys will have a lot of fun watching it. So check it out this Friday. If you're watching this later, it's already up on the channel, so just check it out. Anyway, guys, I really hope you've enjoyed 50 episodes of this show as much as I have making them, and yeah. Here's to 50 more. Please let me know if you have any improvements you'd like me to make to the show, anything you'd like me to do in general, any videos you'd like to make, me to make, in the comments, and I'll get around to them. I've been Jack Morris from Man on Fire Films, and if you have enjoyed 50 episodes of this show, and you really want to thank me, you can like our Facebook, follow us on Twitter, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe to me on Facebook, or any and all of the above. Entirely up to you. That would be the best way to thank us for 50 episodes, and I would really appreciate it. So yes, I really hope you've enjoyed, guys. Please comment, like, subscribe, and favorite, and I shall see you for 50, maybe 100, maybe 1,000 more episodes. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.